I don't know exactly when I gave up my dream of playing full forward for the Carlton Football Club. I'd grown up loving Australian rules football, the Indigenous game of Australia, Marngrook, footy. I broke up with the game due to the hypermasculinity, homophobia and racism of players, officials and fans. Scratch the surface, and how could I invest my energy in something that caused so much harm in the community? A dedicated league for women came along in 2017 and changed something in me fundamentally. The first official AFLW game was held at the home ground of my team, Carlton against traditional rivals Collingwood. I think attending that game will remain one of the peak moments of my life. There was a lockout. 27,000 people packed into the suburban ground, and there were thousands still trying to get in. When Captain Lauren Arnell led Carlton out and they played the team song I'd heard so many times before, I cried tears of joy, frustration and wonder. And I was not the only one. It was a thing of beauty, not least because my team won. But, oh, wait, do some of you need an explanation of Australian rules football? Let's just say there's a beloved national competition back home for a very specific demographic. It's on a pedestal, unfortunately, above the laws of the land. And that's stolen land where I come from. Sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always will be Aboriginal land. This competition has exploited the labour and love of women as club organisers, paying fans, carers and volunteers. Who cut up the oranges? Who drove the kids to training? Almost always women. Who was excluded from a full competition and full pay? Almost always women. You see, footy's not that different from other codes, or many things, but women's footy in Australia is championing change. You get the rules now, right? When I was growing up, the opportunity to play at my local club did not exist, and I desperately wanted to. You can't be what you can't see was one of the marketing cornerstones of the first season of the AFL women's competition. The fans and feminist media celebrated the arrival of new heroes emerged overnight and compelled thousands of women to play the game. And I was one of them. Darcy Vesio, Sarah Perkins, Bree Davey, Sabrina Frederick, Taylor Harris, Erin Phillips are the names that girls say now when they learn to kick a footy and take a mark. I often think about the first game when I experienced something on a fundamental level that stopped me in my tracks. I was seeing what I could be and what I denied ever being with such singularity and clarity, and it stung and propelled me to pursue my own football career. Finally, at the age of 39, I played my first ever game. Team sports are complex and challenging for many people. Not all teams are the same, and I needed to change teams. Sport is contrived from false barriers and controlled environments. Sport thrives on strict and fixed binaries, gender particularly, which is a great injustice for trans and non-binary people who should be able to participate in all sport. Footy is no different, but it is championing change. And the culture of footy and sport has a long way to go to stop focusing on the scoreboard and focus on who is playing and who is not. My actual dream turned out to be playing in an over-35s league at a club I played soccer for a decade, the famous Darebin Falcons. I used to think football was all about winning and yelling as loud as you could. As a player, I learned it's all about willing yourself to the contest. To be clear, it's a bloody big field. I had to put a picture of Megan Rapinoe in, and I nearly turned this into a thing about US women's sport because they're amazing. All I'm going to say is pay the women, all of them, all the time. And come see Sam Kerr play for the Chicago Red Stars on Saturday. Take me to see your women's sports ballers.